What's on, guys? Jason here, my channel. Tonight we're doing a review for AWW Nothing, so let's get to it then. And just letting you guys know, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I drink the Coke. And stuff. Um, just letting you guys know, this is gonna be a very late posting video. If not, I'll post in the morning or something. Even though it's in the morning right now. So, anyways, let's get to it then. Excuse me, drink the good Coke. So the buy-in first match is Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford versus Anna Jay and Hardy Cameron. And the first buy-in match, AEW Nothing tries to fight Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford faced off against Anna Jay and Hardy Cameron. The match began with Megan Bayne quickly overpowering Hardy Cameron with impressive physical strength. Bayne and Ford showcased their chemistry early on, isolating Hardy effectively despite the early disadvantage, and Cameron fought back with high energy, teamwork, creatively using their agility to counter the raw power of their opponents. Throughout the match, Ford leveraged her experience advantage at maintaining control and employing dirty tactics to keep her team dominant. As the contest intensified, the momentum shifted multiple times. Bain continued to demonstrate her sheer power, delivering impactful throws and high-impact strikes, while Ford added precise and cunning attacks, keeping the opposing team on the defensive. However, Anna Hardy's resilient teamwork kept them competitive with moments like a coordinated superplex exhibiting their synergy. The closing moments feature Hardy Cameron skillfully escaping a potentially dangerous doomsday device scenario, displaying a quick thinking. She ultimately scored a pinfall victory for her team. So winners are Anna Jay and Hardy Cameron. Alright, the next one, the last buy-in match, is Trent Beretta, Rocky Romero, Leo Rush, and Andrade versus Eric Fox, Magneto, Commander, and Hologram. And second AW Double Nothing buy-in match, Trent Beretta, Rocky Romero, Leo Rush, and Andrade square off against Eric Fox, Magneto, Commander, and Hologram. Early action saw the team of Trent Beretta, Rocky Romero, known collectively as RPG Vice, use their experience advantage to ground the high flying opponents, focusing their strategy on isolating Bandido, the decorated Ring of Honor world champion. Throughout the match, AR Fox showcased his remarkable athleticism, quickly becoming a crowd favorite with his agility and innovative offense. However, RPG Vice effectively slowed the pace, emphasizing a more strategic and methodical approach that temporarily subdued their high-flying adversaries. As the match progressed, Leo Rush and Action Andrade provided quick, dynamic exchanges, leveraging their impressive speed and innovative tag maneuvers. The match pace intensified significantly with the entrance of Commander and Hologram, who brought a breathtaking aerial assault that captivated the audience. A Commander in particular accelerated the pace of the bout, using his remarkable agility to execute a intricate move seamlessly late into the match. A notable incident saw Action Andrade visibly bleeding yet courageously continuing to fight. In a highlight reel moment, Bandito and Commander performed an outstanding um, double team maneuver from the ropes, further emphasizing their team's acrobatic superiority. The match concluded with a spectacle series of aerial maneuvers from Fox, Bandito, Commander, and Hologram, highlighted by synchronized top rope dives, a stunning assisted 450 splash, and an extraordinary assisted 21 plex. This final combination secured the victory for AR Fox, Bandito, Commander, and Hologram. So yeah, they're the winners. So yeah, see me. Alright, let me drink this real quick, guys, so I can have a little more energy. It's been a long night. So anyways, so the first match on the main card is Owen Hart Cup Tournament Women's final match. Mercedes Monet versus Jamie Hayter, and I'll let you guys know when we get to the main event, right? So anyways, here we go. In the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament Final at AWW Nothing, Mercedes Monet faced Jamie Hayter in intense and dramatic bout. Early on, both competitors tested each other's strength and agility. Hayter's clear power advantage initially served her well, grounding Monet and leveraging heavy strikes and powerful clotheslines. However, Monet strategically or something targeted Hayter's vulnerable lower back, relentlessly exploiting the previous injury with precise and punishing attacks. Throughout the grueling contest, Monet executed multiple backstabbers and various submissions aimed explicitly at Hayter's back, demonstrating this focus and intensity. Despite the persistent assault, Hayter displayed remarkable resilience, continually fighting back and with impactful strikes, suplexes, and a dramatic missile dropkick sequence that temporarily swung momentum in her favor. In the latter stages, both wrestlers executed their signature moves with increasing desperation. Um, Desperation, Mercedes applied her statement maker submission multiple times, nearly forcing Hayter to submit. Hayter, showcasing grit, managed to escape and even countered with her and powerful Haterade lariat, seemingly securing the victory only for Monet to nearly survive the pinfall. The climax after the match came after an exhaustive exchange as Hayter attempted another Haterade. Monet cleverly Weber countered the maneuver into a devastating match-ending DT variation that led to a decisive three-count. Mercedes Monet emerged victorious, winning the Owen Hart Foundation tournament and maintaining her undefeated streak in AEW. This monumental victory earned her a future title shot for the AEW Women's World Championship at AEW All In Texas. All right. So winner is Mercedes Moné. All right. Next match is FTR versus Nigel McGuinness and Dan Garcia. This match opened with tension already evident, with FTR recently displaying a more ruthless side. Garcia initially squared off with Cash Ware, showcasing technical wrestling and agility. Wheeler leveraged his strength advantage, but Garcia's determination and swift offense kept him competitive early on. A major point of interest was McGuinness competing in his first high-profile tag match in years. Nigel engaged in an aggressive confrontation with Dax Harwood, exchanging fierce chops and strikes, illustrating that he still possessed the skill and fire from his prime. However, FTR quickly turned their attention to isolating McGuinness, targeting him relentlessly, exploding his ring rust and previous injuries. Nigel endured considerable punishment and notable suffering a brutal Tower of London executed by Cashier onto the apron, severely weakening him. Garcia, desperate to tag in and shift momentum, finally received the tag, initiating and gaining wherever initiating something the crowd with fury offense, briefly rally against both members of FTR. Garcia's speed and innovative counters temporarily turned that tide, but FTR's superior teamwork eventually resorted their dominance. In a chaotic sequence, FTR neutralized McGuinness outside the ring, delivering a devastating shatter machine onto the floor. Meanwhile, Garcia vainly attempted to combat the duo alone inside the ring, demonstrating incredible resilience. Garcia survived multiple high-impact maneuvers, including two consecutive power drivers. Ultimately, however, Dax Harwood secured a tight sharpshooter submission hold, and despite Garcia's heroic refusal to tap, his body gave out. Leading the referee to call the match for FTR. At the aftermath, saw visible distress from McGuinness, who required assistance from Tony Schiavone and Matt Menard due to injuries sustained in the brutal encounter. Alright, so winners are FTR. Alright. Okay, so next match is a stretcher match. Ricochet versus Mark Briscoe in a brutal, intense stretcher match at AEW Dome. Ricochet faced Mark Briscoe in a grudge match characterized by extreme violence and strategic ruthlessness. The bout began explosively with Ricochet sneak attacking Briscoe from behind before the bell even rang. Despite Ricochet's agility and cunning, Briscoe quickly rallied, capitalizing on his extensive hardcore wrestling experience. Briscoe used the ringside environment, effectively battering Ricochet through the audience area, employing the stretcher itself as a weapon and showcasing his trademark unorthodox style, which included attacks like driving the stretcher into Ricochet's abdomen. Ricochet demonstrated remarkable resilience and strategic acumen, countering Briscoe's aggressive approach by creatively defending him with various improvised weapons. A critical moment occurred when Ricochet attempted a daring shooting star press onto the stretcher, but Briscoe uh, evaded, causing Ricochet a painful landing. Nevertheless, Ricochet soon regained the advantage by generally using a cleaning solution to temporarily blind Briscoe's severely lacerating him and turning the match's momentum dramatically. Despite substantial blood loss, Briscoe continues fighting aggressively because executing high-risk maneuvers such as a flying elbow drop from the barricade and landing a punching Jay Driller. The turning point of the match occurred when Ricochet, who had covertly hidden scissors under the ring, employed them to visually wound Briscoe further. Ricochet repeatedly gouged Briscoe's forehead, intensifying to the brutally. Briscoe, however, managed to resist vainly countering several attacks, even amidst heavy bleeding. Ultimately, Ricochet's calculated use of hidden weapons proved decisive. He delivered the devastating spirit gun to incapacitate Briscoe completely, finally placing him on the stretcher and securing him inside the ambulance to conclude the match. So winner is Ricochet. Damn. Alright, so next match is AW World Tag Team, AW World Tag title. The Hurt Second, who are the champions, versus Sons of Texas, who are the AW. Who are the Ring of Honor tag team champions. Alright, so yeah, the Hurt Seconds are the AW World Tag Team champions. Alright, so here we go. Intense battle for the AEW World Tag Team Championship at AEW Double or Nothing. Reigning champions, the Hurt Second, Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, accompanied by MVP and MJF, defended their titles against challengers Sons of Texas, Sammy Guevara, and Dustin Rhodes. The match opened with Rhodes squaring off against Lashley, who quickly asserted dominance through raw power and heavy strikes. Dustin, showcasing his legendary resilience, fought back, vainly attempting to match Lashley's physical intensity. Shelton Benjamin soon entered, displaying his technical prowess by executing impressive moves, including a textbook German suplex on Rhodes. Throughout the match, the Hurt Second neutralized cohesive teamwork, simultaneously isolating Sammy Guevara and inflicting significant punishment. Guevara, noted for his agility and high-flying offense, briefly shifted momentum by executing quick aerial maneuvers and counters, including the perfect time cutter on Lashley. Yet, Lashley soon regained control, violently neutralizing Guevara with authorized and slams and strikes. Rhodes, fueled by a veteran experience and determination, mounted spirited combat. He employed his signature moves, including a precise power slam, the co-red, and even an unnatural kick. Guevara supported Rhodes by delivering a dramatic shooting star press to the floor, momentarily incapacitating Benjamin and leading to a near fall. After Rhodes executed the crossroads, however, interference and distractions played a pivotal role. MJF, the newest and controversial member of the Hurt Syndicate, attempted to influence the outcome by initially caused more harm than good. His missteps created opportunities for Sons of Texas to gain advantage. Temporarily tensions peaked outside the ring when Dustin confronted MJF only to receive a punching spear from Lashley. That sent him crashing through the ringside barricade. In the climatic sequence, Guevara attempted a desperate aerial maneuver targeting Lashley and MJF, only to be intercepted dramatically by Shelton Benjamin. Benjamin then seized the momentum, delivering a devastating knee strike, followed by a decisive super kick to Guevara's jaw. The powerful combination sealed the victory, allowing the Hurt Syndicate to successfully retain their AEW World Tag Team titles. So yeah, winners are and still AEW Tag Team Champions, the Hurt Syndicate. All right. So next match coming up. AEW Continental Championship: Kazuchika Okada versus Speedball Mike Bailey. From the outset, the match was characterized by striking contrast in styles. Okada's composed and efficient power and technical expertise against Bailey's relentlessly agility, speed, and martial arts prowess. Bailey never pinned in AEW prior to his bout. This bout entered with significant momentum and confidence, immediately challenging Okada's dominance. Early in the match, Bailey showcases agility, executing swift strikes and using a spectacular triangle moonsault to momentarily stun Okada. However, Okada quickly took control after strategically attacking Bailey's leg, capitalizing on an unfortunate miscalculation where Bailey kicked the steel ring steps, which clearly hampered Bailey's agility and ability to execute his offense throughout the match. Okada, renowned for his methodical wrestling approach, Minicoli or something, targeted Bailey's leg and back and point a devastating DT on the floor. See me, guys. DT on the floor and precise dragon screw leg whip. Despite Okada's dominance, Bailey exhibited remarkable resilience and constantly fight back with high impact maneuvers like missile drop kicks and then running shooting star press. As the bout intensified, Bailey appeared to turn the tide with a series of breathtaking maneuvers, including a Falcon Arrow and several impactful knee drops targeting Okada's midsection. A dramatic near fall came after Bailey delivered his signature time adventure, nearly capturing the Continental Championship. Okada nearly survived by grabbing the bottom rope at the very last moment. The match reached a dramatic climax when Bailey, looking to finish Okada from the top rope, made a critical miscalculation, capitalizing instantly. Okada countered Bailey's aerial attack midair with an impeccable time and executed dropkick, followed by immediately by devastating Rainmaker Lariat. This swift and decisive combination allowed Okada to secure the victory and retain the AEW Continental Championship. Winner is still AEW Continental Champion Okada. Alright, so next match is AEW Women's World Championship match. Thomas Tony Storm, who is the champion, versus Mina Shirakawa. Thomas Tony Storm defended her AEW Women's World Championship against Mina Shirakawa in an intense and strategic encounter. I'm sorry. From the start, Shirakawa employed a focused strategy, aggressively targeting Storm's knee, which he previously injured in their interactions leading up to the event. Mina quickly attempted submissions, particularly the figure four leg drop, leg lock. Leg lock, aiming to capitalize on Storm's weakened limb. Storm, resilient and experienced, responded with her trademark offense, employing headlocks, snap suplexes, and stiff strikes to counter Mina's relentless assault. Despite noticeable discomfort from her from her knee injury, Storm displayed impressive resilience, repeatedly fending off Mina's figure four attempts and aggressive lay attacks. Throughout the match, the interference of Storm's associate Luther played a comical yet manageable role, vertically providing Mina with leverage for high impact moves such as a memorable tornado DT for Luther's back. The action is intensified dramatically as both competitors exchange powerful strikes, suplexes, and submission attempts. Mina nearly secured victory several times with expertly applied figure four leg locks, repeatedly reaching the champion's legs compromised knee. Storm, however, showcased remarkable grit, frankly reaching the ropes to break holds despite significant pain. The climax saw Mina deliver her glamorous driver, leading to a dramatic near fall. Storm barely survived, rallying courageously despite her visibly severe near pain after a series of reversals and counters, including multiple exchanges of inside cradles. Storm executed a sudden, decisive headbutt, followed by swiftly by her devastating Storm Zero, successfully pinning Shirakawa to retain the AEW Women's World Championship. Following the fiercely contested, both competitors exhibited mutual respect, acknowledging the formidable challenge they posed to each other. So winner and still AEW Women's Champion Thomas Storm. All right, next match, Anarchy in the Arena match. So here we're almost finished, guys. In a wild, chaotic spectacle at AW Double Nothing, the Anarchy and the Arena match featured two formidable factions: the Dead Riders compromising John Moxley, Marina Shafir, Clark Casanova, and the Weird Yuga team with AW's founding fathers Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, the Young Bucks, and their opponents, the Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Katori Shibata, Kenny Omega, Willow Nightingale, and Swerve Strickland. From the start, chaos reigned as the competitors were spread across the Desert Diamond Arena, engaging in fierce some shit battles throughout the concourse, ringside, and backstage areas. Samoa Joe initially appeared absent, only to tragically emerge later from the crowd to swing momentum for his team, surprising the Dead Riders and bravely gaining advantage. Early highlights included Moxley's brutal use of a fork on Powerhouse Hobbs, visually carving at his forehead and causing severe bleeding. Concurrently, Willow Nightingale, resilient despite severe punishment, fought relentlessly against Mina Shafir, including an innovative sequence involving a frying pan from catering. Significant brutally swayed as Claudio Casanova and Ryu Yuta eventually engaged Shibata and Omega with violent exchanges involving weapons like trash cans, chains, and barbed wire. The Young Bucks nobly targeted opponents with high impact maneuvers and taunting antiques, parodying opponents and mocking their signature moves. Amidst the mayhem, an unforgettable cringe-inducing moment occurred as Marina Shafir used a staple gun against opponents, including the stapling tongues in a graphic displaying Will Nightingale was gruesomely chained by her earlobe to a ring post, dramatically incapacitating her temporarily late in the match. Mark Briscoe dramatically returned and still bloody from his earlier stretcher match against Ricochet to provide crucial assistance against the Dead Riders. However, Gabe Kidd made a critical intervention as a surprise wild card, brutally assaulting opponents and significantly shifting momentum back toward Moxley's team. The climax involved an electrifying series of sequences, including multiple devastating table shots, forklift assisted dive by Takeshita, thumbtacks being forcibly inserted into mouths before vicious knee strikes, and an array of finishers delivered amidst the destruction. Ultimately, Swerve emerged as a pivotal figure, execute a modified Swerve stomp with a thumbtack multiple of Norton's shoes onto Nicholas Jackson, sealing the brutal and unforgettable victory. So, winners are Team AEW. By the way, during the match, when they were fighting and stuff, beginning of the match, a couple minutes after the match, not after, but during it, they were playing different songs and stuff. Like, there was an old song, and then there was the one from the 2000s, They were playing Johnny Pool's Let the Body Set the Flow. Man, it was good, man. That was fucking badass that they played. They should have done that with the other ones, but they didn't think about it, I guess. Alright, so anyways, trios match, Paragon versus Don Callis family. In a heated dramatic trios match, Don Callis family, Kenoshi Takeshita and Josh Alexander face up. And Kyle Fletcher face up against Paragon, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roger Strong, further intensifying an already explosive rivalry. The match opened with Adam Cole, reigning TNT champion, squaring off against Kenoshi Takeshita, immediately showcasing high-level technique and hard-hitting offense. Both sides displayed strategic teamwork early, frequently tagging in and out to maintain a fresh advantage. Early tactics saw Don Callis aggressively targeting Roderick Strong, isolating him with a punishing offensive onslaught, both inside and outside the ring. Aided by timely interference from Don Callis himself, Strong valiantly fought back, executing counters like a remarkable reversal of Takeshita's Blue Thunder bomb. However, the constant interference from Don Callis and his associate Lance Archer at ringside continuously swayed the momentum back to the Callis family, highlighting their ruthless approach. Paragon rallied impressively midway through, particularly with Adam Cole unleashing a rapid offensive flurry, including precise strikes and a backstabber on Josh Alexander. Kyle um, Kyle and Roger Strong further energized their team with technical maneuvers and submission holds. Notably, O'Reilly's fluid transitions into submissions attempts and fierce exchange of ankle locks between O'Reilly and Alexander. The match built toward an exciting climax filled with near falls and dramatic interventions. Notably, Kyle Fletcher, despite an earlier injury to his leg caused by a targeted kick, precisely executed a high impact brainbuster on Kyle O'Reilly. Despite visibly struggling with his leg injury, Fletcher secured a critical pinfall victory for the Don Callis family, demonstrating his toughness and resilience. Post-match chaos erupted as Archer, Rocky Romero, and Trent Beretta, additional associates of Don Callis family, stormed the ring to continue the assault on Paragon. The numbers advantage briefly overwhelmed Cole, Strong, and O'Reilly, but a shocking series of appearances dramatically reversed the odds. Brody King and Tomohiro Ishii, long-standing rivals of the Don Callis family, rushed to Paragon's aid. Quickly followed by the stunning arrival of the New Japan Pro Wrestling icon Hiroshi Tanahashi. Tanahashi's unexpected presence energized the crowd and decisively swung momentum back to Paragon's side, with the reinforcements clearing out the Don Callis family members. Kyle Fletcher found himself isolated and vulnerable. Capitalizing on his opportunity, Adam Cole delivered a powerful final strike that boomed to Fletcher, leaving Paragon standing tall and victorious in spirit despite the official match outcome. So the winners are the Don Callis family. Yeah. All right, main event. Here we go, guys. Owen Hart Cup Tournament men's final match. Heyman Adam Page versus Will Ospreay. In an exhilarating and intense finale of the 2025 Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament, Heyman Adam Page faced off against Will Ospreay, marking their first ever singles encounter in their storied careers. The bout opened with palpable emotion, with Ospreay visibly more fired up and relentless, contrasted by Heyman's composed demeanor. Initially, both athletes showcase impressive chain wrestling and technical counters, each trying to establish an early advantage. Early momentum swung back and forth, with neither competitor gaining sustained control, emphasizing their familiarity and extensive scouting of each other's strategies. The match intensified dramatically as Heyman focused his offense strategically on Ospreay's vulnerable lower back, exploding damage inflicted early when Ospreay awkwardly landed during an aerial maneuver. Despite visible pain, Ospreay demonstrated remarkable resilience and aerial precision, executing high-res offense such as the Suzuki special and the Sky Twister press, maintaining a fierce place despite his growing physical toll. The turning point came as both competitors exchanged devastating strikes on the ring apron at dangerous territory. Ospreay delivered a harrowing Cutter onto the apron, severely spiking Heyman's head. This vicious maneuver momentarily decapitated Page and nearly led to a count out for Ospreay. However, Heyman dramatically beat the referee's count at 9, only to narrowly survive a subsequent brutal hidden blade elbow strike. Visibly frustrated, Ospreay aggressively slammed Heyman's head into an announce table, displaying a ruthless edge and rarely seen from him. The violence escalated further when Heyman executed a dead eye piledriver onto a collapsing announce table, devastating Ospreay and severely exacerbating his back injury. In the final explosive moments, Ospreay invoked Kenny Omega by attempting Omega's signature One Winged Angel as a symbolic act for reversing their shared history. However, Heyman escaped, responding by paying homage to Sword Strickland with a dramatic counter of his own. Ultimately, Heyman landed a thunderous buckshot lariat, arguably the most powerful he's ever executed, finally securing the 3 count and victory in an unforgettable climax. The momentum win crowned Heyman and Page as the winner of the Owen Hart Foundation men's tournament and earned him an opportunity to challenge AEW World Champion Jon Moxley on July 12th at AEW All In Texas. So yeah, that was a good show tonight and stuff, and I enjoyed it. So there were some good matches and stuff on there. So yeah, pretty good and stuff. Not too bad, but some were okay, some were not and stuff. So yeah. Anyways, that was a good show tonight and stuff. Hope you enjoyed this video and not whatever and stuff. But so like, subscribe, hit the button, leave a comment. If you guys want to leave a comment stuff, I don't care, guys. And that was it. See you guys tonight. Well, today's Monday for Monday Night Raw. All right, laters.